I talked about this mentally as I did not stream last night. I saw the video and everything, and I was aware of it, and I just did not know what is there to say because there was no information about it. You know, but now I do. Now I do. And I'll make a video to properly talk about it, but it comes down to this. Why now is the biggest question I've asked myself. Why now? If you think about it, FEH has been here for so long, right? In the same time frame, many other gacha games have had crossovers. Why now? And then I think back to this moment when Langrisser was releasing, and I swear this ties back to FEH. When Langrisser released, within the first couple of weeks, we were asked, which game do you want Langrisser M to cross over with? As most people who play Langrisser M are big fans of Fire Emblem Heroes, a lot of them are Fire Emblem Heroes converts, because at that point, Fire Emblem Heroes was not in a good point. It's slightly better now, still not in a good point. That was before they killed Ether Raids and whatnot. That was like with Ether Raid's announcement. Anyways, it was a peculiar moment, and among everything asked about, I believe for Langrisser Mobile, the biggest asked for crossover was Langrisser X Fire Emblem. And so they did. They asked Fire Emblem Heroes. They asked IS, would you like to collab? And here's the answer. Yes. But the terms were so outrageous that nobody in their right mind could accept it. And thinking about it, that makes perfect sense. How long has Fire Emblem Heroes been around for? It's been around for over 2 years. Why have they not had a single collab? They've surely been asked about it. And they were. But what they want was more royalties. It's not an even relationship. It's not like 50-50. I give you some characters, you give me some characters. We take half the revenue here, we share the revenue here. Like, oh, that's that. Like, a fair relationship. No! It is preposterously in favor of Fire Emblem Heroes. It is preposterously in favor of IS. It is like to the point of where you ask yourself, what even is the point of this? We're literally not making money. We're just gonna hope some of their fans come over, and that's it. Like, nobody would want to accept that. And so for that reason, it never happened. And for that reason, it only makes sense that the only company that could stomach IS's and Nintendo's ridiculous terms is Nintendo themselves. Because Cygames made Dragalia Lost, but I would say half the decision making and at least half the profits goes to Nintendo because they bankrolled the game. So the only company who could take the preposterous terms is their own company. How funny is that? So as much as I'm looking forward to it, I'm moreover just hoping. Fire Emblem Heroes has degraded to the point, and it is degrading. The game is in decline. It's not even worth arguing. I think you guys can recognize that without me like pulling up all numbers. But month over month, revenue is declining, user base declining. It's gotten to the point of where it's gotten bad enough that they're going to look into crossovers. Finally. But the biggest thing is, I just really hope this is the beginning of something. I hope this is the beginning of crossovers with not just themselves. Like, I hope they don't... Like, Fire Emblem X Smash Bros. Could be something in the future, right? Technically. But I hope it's more like Fire Emblem X Grand Blue. Grand Blue Fantasy, another game, the big game by Cygames. You know, I hope it's something like that. I hope it transpires into other major gacha games. And usually, when it comes to gacha games and crossovers, it shouldn't be a difficult thing at all. You know, Azure Lane had a crossover with Neptunia. Whatever game, I don't even remember the gacha game name, but it had a crossover in Inuyasha for peak's sake. Danmachi had a crossover with Crunchyroll. The friggin' Crunchyroll girl, the avatar for the company. They even had a crossover with them. Like, crossovers should not be difficult at all. But then again, Danmachi is co-funded with Danmachi is co-funded by Crunchyroll. But with that said, they also have done it with like Kino no Tabi, the Adventures of Kino, right? They've done it with Attack on Titan, whatever. You get the point. But yeah, I'm hoping this is the starting step. So.
I want to point out, I don't think FEH announced anything with Dragalia. Like, I don't think FEH
They have
as
not.
of now are getting
Exactly.
anything.
They haven't.
Dragalia is getting the FEH characters or whatever they plan, but FEH is getting nothing right now.
Because that's also the reason why I didn't want to make a video about it, because I wasn't sure what happens on FEH's end of things. Like, in notifications right now, it still says nothing about this entire thing. So that leads me to believe that this is either a big F up by Intern-kun, there could be a possibility of that, or this is just for Dragalia Lost. Which is weird, because I think Dragalia Lost is the game that people quit FEH for. I've seen a lot of people quit FEH for it, and I get it. They're very different games, but when it comes to like a gacha game done right, that's Dragalia Lost. Unless you're Mango, then you firmly believe it's pay to win and you're a nut job. But you know what? I think most people aren't in that corner.
What I do expect, like, this is just me assuming because we have literally absolutely no info on the crossover. Besides, there is a crossover. Is that DL will be getting either the OG characters from FEH, so Alphonse, Sharina, Anna, maybe Veronica, or they'll be getting popular characters like Marth and etc. Whoever else could fit that.
Somebody just said FEH is like 30 times more popular. Dragalia is like nothing compared to it. Ooh, I would not say 30 times. That is a massive exaggeration. I like to look at revenue, and before we break it down, like first year at FEH made 300 mil. Dragalia 6 months in, 60 mil. It's not that bad. It's not 30 times. It is more popular, easily agreeable, but it's not that bad. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Amps?
I was gonna say I agree that's more popular, but not to that extent. And FEH's only more popular just because it had a backing. It had previous Fire Emblem games to rely on. So of course, fans old and new would be playing this game for the first time when it comes out. Whereas Dragalia, it's a whole original content and it had no backing besides saying, "Hey, here's this new game by Nintendo and Cygames coming out."
And when FEH came out, it was a much better time. Do you guys remember when FEH came out? That was 2 years ago. Do you remember what other choices you had at the time? At the time, even FGO was just launching. Right? FGO launched the summer of when FEH came out. Like, FGO came after FEH, if you're in North America anyways. If you're in Japan, it's a different time. But you guys gotta remember, like, it had virtually no competition, and that's why it blew up as much as it did. At the time, for a Nintendo game, especially being a mobile game, at the time, all Nintendo had was Miitomo, rest in peace, Pokemon Go, and that was it. And those two games are very, very, very different, and people want a game like FEH, and FEH blew up as a result. So yes, FEH is more popular, but in relation to how things are now, cannot look down on how Dragalia is doing. Dragalia is actually having an excellent first year, in my opinion, especially as someone who follows various gacha games, and because I play Dragalia Lost as well as FEH. Okay, but here's the biggest thing. If we had a crossover, guys, what do you think would even happen? Who would cross over, for that matter? Because the only thing I care about is my girl Miam. And if you don't know who she is, here, we'll switch layouts. She's the girl on the right. My waifu. Except for the fact that, here's the thing. I wifed her before she turned into human. I did not know she was, oh wait, this is a spoiler. Whatever, you already heard it. I did not know she was human. So, this is true love. When you like them, whether it's still a dragon form. I hope she makes it in if that happens.
I really feel like it won't be her. I feel like it'll be the OG characters. They're all OG, but
they're all OG. But she's like the extended part of it. I hope she makes it through.
Right.
I definitely think Ellie's making it.
Yeah, it's Elsan, Ranzel, Euden, and probably Cleo.
Yeah.
Rip. Actually, wait, no. They could bring everyone over. They could put, because the whole cast is 5, right?
Yes.
They could put 4 on a banner and give us 1 for free.
Oh, you're right. Now you're thinking like a FEH player. I hate you. I hope it's more than that.
I would assume Euden's free, and then the other 4 would be on a banner.
Yeah, and I assume on I assume on Dragalia's side, Alfonse will be free, and you'll be like, hey, why would I want to use this guy? Euden is 100,000% better as a character and as a. I'm gonna think that.
That's the thing, though. I play Grand Blue, right?
Yeah.
And when Grand Blue does collabs, they give the collab units for free. You don't have to pull them. You just gotta play the event.
Oh, man.
So, since it's Cygames there too, I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing and just give us the FEH units for free.
I hope so. And because it's Cygames involved, I have much more faith this is gonna be done right. Here's the thing, guys. With IS, ever since I heard somebody refer to them as idiot systems, I've been struggling to call them intelligent systems. It just feels so much right to call them idiot systems at this point. Whoever coined it, you're so right. And again, I really think FEH is, and with the direction that IS has taken it, is one of the most poorly run gachas I've seen. Don't get me wrong, FEH is a great game. By poorly run, I mean, hey, you're not listening to the fans at all. Why are you taking so long for all these basic things? And why do we have to have so many players quit before you made some of these adjustments? I don't want to go into the rant as to why FEH declined. I've gone into this several times, but it comes down to the fact that this game could have been so much more, and it still can be, but it did not need to lose this many players to finally start adjusting. Anyways, so yeah, look forward to collab, guys. For more details, we'll be getting it soon, I would suppose. But again, FEH has ran so poorly that we still have no notifications on it. Unless it just showed up, then I'd be looking funny. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. But yeah. Honestly, we should be hearing something on Nintendo's side. It makes no sense. Sorry, Intelligent System side. I mean, Idiot System side. Whoopsies. We should be hearing something. Because if it's a one-sided crossover, I don't understand the point of that.
Well, actually, didn't around this time of year last year we got a FEH channel?
Oh, you're right. It's almost Golden Week.
There's a new game mode coming out soon too, so I would imagine they might do a FEH channel, and then maybe they actually will give details on Dragalia.
FGO number 1 in JPW/700 plus mil last year. Yeet.
700 plus mil? Holy crap. FEH, guys, for those who are wondering, how much did FEH make last year? 200 mil. Down from 300 mil in the first year. I don't know how you...
And that's global. And what those numbers were for FGO was just JP alone.
Yeah, like, I don't understand how you can botch it so badly. FGO does it right. Does it so right. And that's a narrative-driven game. Whereas FEH clearly doesn't believe in the narrative. It's like, we can't make these people read more than a sentence of chapter. Because that's literally what they do for most chapters. First chapter, last chapter have most of the dialogue, but every other chapter, sometimes you get no dialogue at all. Like, these guys are literally scared of the story. When, again, the most successful gacha, in my eyes, I'm not actually sure if FGO is the most successful gacha, but it feels like it. It's a narrative-driven game, and this game is absolutely terrified of narratives. FGO has currently made $3 billion. Holy crap. Anyways, to sum things up, I hope on the FEH side of things we don't just get the Asgard trio transitioning over. And by the Asgard trio, I really just mean Anna and Sharina. I don't think IS even realizes Anna exists anymore. She seems to be the most cucked character, beyond cucked character at this point. Yeah, that's just how it goes. And I hope it's not just Anna and Sharina, because they didn't do a good job with those two characters in this game. If they did expand things, maybe bring in Veronica, maybe bring Bruno. But again, they didn't do good jobs with those characters either. Did something just explode? Okay. They didn't do a good job with those characters anyway, so... I hope it's not them. I hope they go with, like, a more standard path, like bringing Lucina. Not that I really want Lucina, but, you know, she's popular. She's Awakening. Would be represent the game really well. Corrin. Not because I want Corrin, but again, I think that would be better than the Asgard trio. Marth, definitely. Hell, I would love to see Lyn there because she's, my favorite character. I want those characters to transition over. And in terms of a transition, this is the perfect time. And look at you guys cheating, adding me when I said don't. Well, I'm not saying add me yet. But those would be perfect characters to transition over because I would like using them in Dragalia Lost. If you make me use Alfonse in Dragalia Lost, I will be incredibly upset. Because here's the beautiful thing about Dragalia Lost: you can't send them home. Even in Dragalia Lost, you can't formally bench Alfonse. He's gonna be stuck there in your roster. Yeah, but yeah, I hope it's the iconic characters at FEH that transition over to Dragalia Lost, and then for Dragalia Lost, I hope it's the extended cast that makes it, particularly Miam. But I'd be happy with Ellie making it and Cleo making it. And once you guys get to know Euden, you're gonna recognize this is Alfonse done right. Euden's basically Alfonse, but without being edgy, emo, and generally caring. Euden's not that great of a protagonist, but I'd take him over Alfonse any day of the week. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Alfonse starts out emo, remember that? He's like, I have no friends. I'd never let anyone get close to me. Oh, you summoner, you've changed my mind by being with me through 3 story chapters and saying nothing at all during that time. But I've let it all go. And now I'm ready. Oh, kiss me on the lips. Right there.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Stick your tongue in. Oh.